Hello, everybody. I think I'm almost ready to get started. Welcome, Chris. So let's talk a little bit about GuJian 3. I believe this was the second game I have ever streamed on this stream. First being Tales of Berseria. Arguably, second game might be PSO. It's a little fuzzy for me, but in terms of long-term RPGs, I'm pretty sure this is the second game we have streamed. It's been a long time. I don't remember a lot of the plot. I do remember the game being extremely pretty. I sadly don't think the Twitch streaming service or the recording will do it justice, as I remember things get a little downgraded as it goes through, which is definitely a shame. This is one of those games where it has a series of fantastical settings. I believe the term to describe the game's plot is GuJian, which is essentially high fantasy Chinese mythology / stories involving terms like cultivation, demons. You might be aware of like the flying swords and stuff like that. So
it has been a long time, Lenneth.
So it's definitely going to be a little, I would say, philosophy heavy at points when we talk to some of the characters, because that's just how those style of stories tend to be in between. But I would say that before, I recall playing this game a long time ago at this point and having a lot of fun with it. So I'm curious if it holds up if we go back to it. Apparently, I'm a star of destiny. Welcome, Parameter. So we'll be starting momentarily. Let's go ahead and pause that. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, this thing, if you crank up the visual settings on this game, it is intense. Most things can probably not handle it. I'm gonna briefly run it on high and see how it goes. But it is definitely one of those things. I'm very curious where it'll go. I'm gonna go ahead and select, yeah, one other. I think when I first played, I wasn't sure what I was selecting at the launch of the game. Chat can't see what I'm talking about at the moment. There's like, it has like a very annoying online only component, which really sucks. And I didn't realize that's what it was doing until like literally the other day. So I will say that as a warning for people that want to pick up the game. Just an FYI. We may or may not have to fiddle with the controls a little bit, since I'm gonna try it on a different server this time. Oh, I think it actually remembered my stuff. That's great. Let's share it at least. I don't have to worry about that. I will say from a control standpoint, the only thing I really heavily modified was how we're going to be doing skills, and we'll talk about that when we get into the game. I think almost everything else is about the same. Also, I turned down the sensitivity by like 1,000,000. Just also FYI. That camera sensitivity was insane by default. So basically, paths are just save files. We'll just put in path 1 for now. Sure, since I barely recall how to play the game, we're gonna go play it on normal again. Yeah, so it offers 3 different ways to play the game by default. RPG mode is just standard keyboard PC. Act mode is interesting. I don't think I would ever want to do this, but it basically involves every time you want to swing, you move the mouse. So I guess if you really want to relive those Wiimote days, or PlayStation Move, or the Kinect, maybe you'll play in an act mode, but I will not do that, as I do not hate myself to that degree. So we will go and just play on gamepad mode. Brings to life a very console-like gaming experience. I love it still shows me these. I mean, I guess it's nice to know that's what the controller looks like, but I mean, you'd be in trouble if you didn't know what that was. Mandate of heaven, says chat. Okay, Kesson too. Welcome, RJ Chaos. Here we go, chat. It's battle time. Let's get used to the controls for a second. We'll leave the tutorials on. I think it would help. I remember some of the controls, but not a whole ton. So anyway, let's read the tutorials out loud. Combat boundary. During story battles, the area of the battlefield is usually restricted for both you and the enemy. Neither of you can leave it during the battle. Non-story battles usually do not have an area restriction. When you get too far from your enemies, you leave the battle. Light and heavy attacks. You have two types of basic attacks, light and heavy, and you are free to combine them any way you want. You may adjust which button to attack with from the settings menu. So it'll show you the defaults. I haven't changed these. The reason you might want to vary these is that depending on how many lights you do into heavies, you could kind of almost think of it Dynasty Warrior style. It'll change some of your finishers. Nothing stops you from chaining just like one light attack and 4 heavies though. So definitely experiment around. I'm going to be doing mostly light attacks on bosses from what I recall, that being fairly effective. But against normal enemies, expect a ton of heavies. So these are just all lights, I'll just showcase it there. Combat skills. So by default, it wants it in the back trigger. I don't think that's very comfortable. I don't know for chat that has played a lot of action games before. I never hold L2 and hit other buttons. I'm going to be real with you. It kind of reminds me of PSO in a way, where I set stuff there, and even then, I don't use L2. So instead, I just made it L1. L1 by default is your item pack menu, and I'm like, for me that's usually like a guard button in action games, so just a heads up, I'm gonna ignore whatever the controls are there. The blue bar at the bottom represents energy of your currently controlled character. Also, bringing up the concept of teams there. Using skills costs energy. A skill icon will light up when you meet the requirements. Press the corresponding hotkey to use the skill. You can change which skills are bound to your hotkeys from the team menu. Or press the corresponding button to use Radiance. Oh. The game is warning me. The enemy's going in a special stance right now. Interrupting enemy skills. Normally the skills you and your allies interrupt enemy actions. When the enemy is in a resistance status, aka its body shines with light upon being hit, then only combat skills are capable of interrupting its actions, so it stops it from being a button masher. Once the enemy is in super resistance status, as in it shines red, then only certain control skills are capable of interrupting. Certain special enemies are even immune to some status effects, so be wary. So I'm just gonna dodge out of the way. Oh, speaking of which, I pressed the dodge button to cause the tutorial to happen. Sprinting and dodging. You can sprint and dodge to move quickly. While outside of combat, you can hold down the button to speed up while running. Pressing the button while in combat and sprinting, your character will dodge. Sprinting costs stamina, which is represented by the gray bar. While neither sprinting nor dodging, stamina slowly regenerates. Adjust which button uses it. Yeah, that's fine. I'm out of there. That enemy started raising its hands to do stuff, and then I just slapped him from existence. If I get hit on purpose, it'll teach me about debuffs. Which I guess I could do if I really wanted to. Unfortunately for the game, I played it before, so there's... some things are coming back to me. Did we... Oh, it didn't hit our allies with that. I was hoping it would freeze our allies. I'm pretty sure these guys freeze us. I'm just gonna go ahead and Firestorm him from existence.
这一带的魔气暂时清除了，回城，路上保持警戒。是。皇上，您的伤。
Aww. I wonder if the game assumed I got struck. That's cute. Right, chat? Anyway, we're gonna explore the big open area. I love the layers to the background. I'm not sure how much of that comes across on stream, but wow. I mean, some of it is, like, arguably flat, but then there's definitely stuff that is all the way back there. Like, those mountains in front of the mountains are not flat images. There is just a lot of rendering going on. Well, anyway, I'm gonna look around because there should be something I can collect. Mostly healing items and such. The other way is I'm exploring the boundaries of my current area. Step in the water, see how the game interacts with water. Surprised they didn't give me a tutorial for pickup items. I guess I haven't found anything to pick up yet. Let's see, let's activate our item menu. So, Ambergrass is just kind of healing between combats. We're kind of in a tutorial areas, which I can imagine. They called us king, we're allegedly injured. Here we go. I was gonna say that the moment it sent something, it was like, listen, we're gonna lock you on automatically, just so that you don't miss the tutorial. Interact. Find herbs which heal you in the wild. An interact notice will appear when you get near an herb. Simply tap the interact button to gather it. The interact button will remain hidden while you're in combat or otherwise incapable of interacting with objects, during which you cannot interact with them. Explore different areas of the world and you'll discover herbs and other items. Gathering all these might help you greatly in your adventure. Checking items you acquire in battle. Check the item menus. While not in battle, you can use items on the character directly. While in battle, you can use items from your shortcut bar. Yeah, so it's important we put some good items there, but yeah, we're not in danger yet. We're not in danger yet. Glad you like the look of the game. I like even the detail of the character models. Like, keep in mind, I think this game came out in 2018. I still think it's competitive visually, chat. I'm gonna be real honest with you. Like, we have played some games in 2022 and 2023, and I'm like, it's not even close. This game is still better. Adjusting your shortcut bar, items you pick up will be added to your shortcut bar. You can manually change items which you place there in the team setting menu. Okay, I'll need to remember that for later. Okay, so if I pause the game, we can see that we have a whole bunch of options. We have lore, which will help in case we have long breaks and we need to double check stuff. Achievements is achievements. How much of this is in English? I'm just curious. Okay, so all of that is translated. So when we first played the game, it was like, it had just come out like a year within, maybe a year and a half from translation. So I wasn't sure how much was there. The Steam achievements are in Chinese, for those that are curious. So I'm like, I wasn't sure if these were actually translated. I don't recall if we actually looked at that in our original playthrough or not. That's good. I don't plan on doing a whole ton of these, other than at some point, I guess it'll be nice to go and get a few of these. Oh, small warning though, there are a lot of side quests by default that are missable. And I remember one of these because I was super salty in our original playthrough in the Nameless Depths. By the way, chat, super salty because there's a point in that area where it becomes a one-way and you can't pick up all the notes. So I remember that one like verbatim. It's like, I'm still salty over that because I went to go grab it and I triggered the cutscene. And it made me so sad. So just be aware that there are times it expects you to kind of go out of your way. Is there a reason it's not letting me run? Okay, there we go. I know it didn't want me going further to the south, but I thought that was a little weird. It locked me in place. That's fine, though. So we can see enemy encounters, by the way. I don't know how much of them will attack us here, but it's actually kind of neat if they show up. So there's going to be what I'll call fake shadows on the ground, because we're being attacked by shadow monsters. So if I walk into patches of shadow, I'm very likely to end up in an encounter with them. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I think last time I was just walking along. Yeah, see how there's like... See how the river is starting to do like weird vibrations? I think if I come over here, we'll get into a fight. Yeah. So I like that you could sometimes see them in the overworld. I'm out of there. I'm not helping our allies, right, chat? They're on their own. Listen. I'm building meter for a future boss fight. Get out of here. Light, heavy, dodge. Dodge in. I think you can also jump that if chat is curious. There we go. I'm saving my meter. Get out of here. Yeah, like you can observe them in the overworld. Sometimes it's a little hard to see, depending on how the plants are. But yeah, it's neat that you could kind of look at things and it'll let you know vaguely where they are. Now I remember there being a side quest around here. Speaking of which, there it is up on our right. So this is another optional thing. We don't have to do it. That scared me for a second. I thought it was enemy encounter. I'm like, no, it's just a bird. It's like, I thought it was coming for us. I think if I look up, I could see it. Yeah. That's kind of neat. For a jump scare. I will absolutely take more free healing, because why not? Yeah, it's Pazuzu. It's all over, chat.
发生过战斗，应是在1日之前，但没有尸体。他的父母 也许是故意将魔引走。
最近闯入光明野的下等魔力量强了很多，还出现过几只异种，连天路城附近的住民都被他们袭击。皇上，您说是不是魔域又有什么动荡了？
带回城去，暂且交由慈幼房照料。他的父母若是返还，自会寻来。
是。
That says it's so cute. So now that we did that, we should be able to find that creature later in the game. That'll be interesting. So we now have the concept of Sky Elk. They talked about, I think they said Amber Reach. So Sky Elk is the capital. Amber Reach, I think, is just the area that we're in. I like that we could see kind of the rocks floating in the sky. We'll go investigate those a bit more closely. There is, like, jumping in this game. It's a little stiff, but it gets it done. You do, like, jump attacks, but you don't really get momentum with it, so you just fall like a rock. So don't expect me to use it super often. But, like, I guess in theory, try to climb up a little bit, but it'll be hard. I'll take this moment since the camera allows me to get up to something close. I have to say, Chad, the detail on the character models is really high. Like, just look how elaborate just even this is in non-cutscene. As I said before, like, it just even like the sword handles, the arm plate, the various shading, and anything else that... Yeah, I know, it's like ridiculous. I like that we have a lot of physics going on with our character, both with the hair and the scarf, like the underside of the robes, like when we fall. I think that's it in terms of optional things. I could look for combat encounters if I really feel like it, but I don't think it really matters. We'll just fill in the map. So our goal is to go to the upper right, as indicated by a little mini-map icon in the upper right. I'm curious if there's anything else rare over here. I can see there's no monsters over here because the water's not reacting. But I even like how the stones are here in a circle. So if we were seriously injured, I believe this healed us. Yeah, we could see our passive healing here. So if we look for some of these, it's kind of interesting. We're rewarded for our exploration, at least. Get a little closer to the waterfall. Oh, it won't let us go inside. Oh, no treasure under the waterfall this time. Yeah, I'm just looking at, like, the different shades and the leaves and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, you can imagine this would probably give a PC a heart attack if you just leave it on by default. Fortunately, we have a gaming PC this time, so should not be struggling as much. Oops, I ignored the floor. That's my fault. There we go. I'm gonna use one of my skills. Nope. I'm not gonna learn about debuffs today. Tripped him. Lets me build more meter. I'm gonna interrupt him there. My meter is basically full. It's good enough. I think that's a grabbable. Yeah, there's not really too much to worry about here. We're just kind of getting eased into things, this idea of this demonic invasion. We're apparently injured, and I like that it's still there, like the blood on the character and stuff like that we saw in the cutscene. Ooh. Well then, Chad, I would say that's a slight scenery shift. What do you think, Chad? Everything just got all ominous? I like how the rocks are glowing and stuff like that. What a tonal shift from earlier. Yeah. We've triggered bad things are gonna happen to us. believe it's a little harder to see them in the nighttime for obvious reasons. But we managed to get to the cutscene regardless.
起雾了，
这种感觉是魔。
太奇怪了，整整一夜，我们巡视了光明野的大部分地方，又集中压制了几处魔气浓郁之地。就算有哪里漏下，应该也只剩一些零星游荡的下等魔。按理说能太平好几天。
要不要再回去看看？
继续前进。雾气并非自来处兴起，浓重处反而在天路城的方向。
那我们得快点赶路。
We have some kind of sense in order to, I guess, find the sources of demonic essence we seem to see from quite a distance away. As our loud allies follow us. I was looking to see if there's any combat encounters here. I think there might be. We should be able to just run from encounters, as I said before. I'm not looking to get for a lot of XP, not at this point. So, unfortunately, if we look over here, I remember that at least one of these is our level up thing. So because we don't have access to it, I don't see a reason to bother with getting XP on this particular phase of the game. I believe... I'll check out the far south here. We'll ignore that encounter. Just to see if there's something back here. There is. Sure, emergency healing for later. Oh, I burned out of stamina. Oops. There we go. Oh, the game thinks I care. Actually, one thing I want to double check. We can look at our teammates and look at our stats. So we apparently have 2,000 health. We have items that heal 1,000. You can see it relies off of the 5 elemental system of wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. So I guess I'll hover over the skills so chat can see what they do. So Radiance is probably going to be one of our most commonly spammed ones when we get injured. It doesn't do big damage, but the reason we use this is it basically heals us on strike. We have Firestorm at the bottom, which we saw a couple times. It's basically a big AoE. And as long as you build up a big combo, Firestorm does even more damage. So it says every effective hit increases your subsequent damage by 10%. So that's always fun. Onslaught, quick stab that knocks the enemy back. This is mostly just used to interrupt enemy specials. I won't be using it that often, to be honest. And Cleanse, launch a sweep attack which knocks down enemies within a frontal circular area. This is kind of the more expensive interrupt skill. I'll use it on occasion. Now, we don't have a lot of other abilities, but eventually we'll get morale skills, which will buff the party. And I can also tell the teammates to use certain attacks. But I think at this stage in the game, since we're still in the tutorial, I'm not able to see the stats of our other teammates. Normally you can cycle through, and they even also have their own level up trees and stuff like that. But I think since we're in Tutorialville, it doesn't really care. I know, level unknown is my favorite level. So, just showing a little bit there. Yeah, I'm like, I don't have to fight you. It's fine. It's just a waste of my resources. Oh, I took damage by accident. Red bar at the bottom represents health of your currently controlled character. Yeah. You can open the shortcut when you're freely moving around. Listen, I'm not that injured. It's fine. We have a heal skill. We're good. He really wanted me to press the item menu. It's fine. Well, actually, at this point, I might as well do this. Use Radiance, get our health back, leave combat. Right, Chad? Like, yeah, okay. I mean, he made me burn a meter, I guess. Good job, enemy. You did it. No. Yeah, we could dodge several times in a row. We need to, but it burns a lot of stamina. You can see it like flashes whenever I try to use it. Sure, we'll get another healing item. Just in case I'm not feeling great about my tutorial killing skills. But the game has a built-in function where basically you can make a comeback as long as you keep landing blows. And Radiance is a default skill for your character. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and leave. Goodbye. Don't need to worry about that. Right, Chad? Like, it's fine. Press A to jump over obstacles. I think there were items down there, but I don't think it matters that much. Ideally, I will not fall down here. But, you know, me and platforming don't always get along. Oh, don't you love that? I love that ominous stone. Maybe monolith? It's certainly something. So anyway, let's prepare ourselves mentally for the boss fight. I think this boss fight really kind of sets the tone of the scale of the game we're going to come into. I guess I should kill some of these. Oh, they retreated. I love that there's like a #1 icon. It's like, here's the big point of interest. There we go, chat. We're so cool. Ooh, nice little portal ability. I had the option to shield break there, but unfortunately I was doing a combo at the time. Oops. Expecting a little more of a wind up there. Okay, we learned. Ouch. I'm learning the timing a little better. Oh, it's immune to the effect. That's unfortunate. Nice try, Mr. Eyeball. Yeah, that'd be... Oh. I didn't realize that was an attack. My bad. That's okay. We built up enough meter. I'm not that worried. Yeah, the eyeball, it does make a little bit of a visual cue. I gotta... Where do I have to dodge that? Maybe I have to come up here? Oh, maybe it wouldn't be good to go up there. That's fair. I think I could just face tank it, though, to be honest with you. I think we're basically done. I think it wants me to come over here. Yeah, its giant pincer did not like us. Scale and scope. I was like, wait a minute. It is pretty big. Next phase. Pulverize the deviant demon's core. Okay, it's glowing. Okay. There's some enemies over here. Guess I could fight them a little bit. I went to shield break, but the other guy interrupted. Okay, those pretty easy. And we got a lot of meter for the boss. Let's see if that took down its shield. It did. Oh, it did not like that. So we're on a bit of a time limit, I see. Oh, I didn't realize it was doing a tentacle attack. I was about to do a big finisher. That's unfortunate. Well, that is fast. That's fine. That means I just gotta act faster here. Did a shield breaker there. That time I got to use Firestorm, which leads to big damage. Another shield breaker. This time I'm gonna get my combo. There we go. I don't care if I get hit at that point. As long as I do damage, I think I'm fine. I dodge. Oops. I dodged into a strike. That was silly. Doing another attack. That's fine. Back up. Take this opportunity just to do damage. Well, I got the shield breaker on it. That's actually huge. Go on this side, dodge the tentacle strike. There is a lock on. It's okay. There's enough enemies here. I don't want a super lock on at the moment. My target is kind of obvious. Okay, I'm gonna back up. Oh, I didn't think the tentacle would hit me on that side. Unfortunate. It's almost dead. Oh, that's fine. Listen, you can attack me through this. That's fine. Do a shield break on the core. The core did not like me shield breaking it. That's fine. Move away from the shadows. Healing back. There we go. Nice little game of momentum here. I gotta get out of there. It's about to explode again. Yeah, I want to do Onslaught since it just does a million hits, which is kind of nice. Firestorm's not bad if I can build meter for it. That's fine. We'll take the damage. It's almost dead at this point. I just don't want to get hit by the burst. The burst is the thing that actually makes me worried. Thank you, Onslaught. And this should be dead. There we go. Not too bad. Yeah, as long as we manage our meter to heal and just dodge some of the attacks, normal mode should let us get through. But it's always kind of interesting seeing the multi-phase boss fights. We have access to Sky Elk now. Just a day in the life of the king. You go on patrol, mist descends, kill something as big as a city, strut in, don't care. Now do it again with the Wiimote, you're right. Yeah, so the game rewards you with more damage on your finishers, as we saw with a couple of our skills based off our hit count. So dodging does speed up the gameplay, aside from obviously not getting knocked down and stuff like that. So We'll try. I can't promise. As I said before, the scale and scope of this game is ridiculous. So often it is... There's gonna be stuff that is, like, probably as big as a building fighting us. This will not be the last time we see a fight like that.
你们先去休息。
王上，
诸事纷扰，急也无用。3日前，我命蓝象带队离开光明野，探查魔域的其他区域是否有变。他应当也快回城了，不如静下心来，等待消息。
是。请您务必保重。
皇上，我去喊晴雪姑娘过来吧，给您疗伤。
若是见到她，请她去离火殿找我。
是。
这是在做什么啊？一副没精打采的样子。
That is some hair chat.
我说你们这回出去巡视，可真够慢的。
外面的魔变多了，雀血之门那里出现了一只很强的异种，根本不像是下等魔。你们在城里感应不到吗？
你又不是不清楚，最近天路城的大阵越来越弱了。从今天开始，没有队伍在外巡视的时候，都要派战士去守门，就是怕大阵不能再提前示警。好了好了，也别太担心。魔物要真撞上雀邪之门的结界，全城大概都得跳起来。那这异种被你们消灭了？
是王上，那种力量换了我们肯定应付不来。
他毕竟是天路城的王啊。
1年前，通过禁卫选拔的时候，我高兴极了，想着以后就能跟随在吴王身边荡魔平乱。王上在战斗中受的伤，一直没有愈合。
是吗？打起精神来，吴王的性子你该明白。你这样垂头丧气，是辜负了他的教导。他肯定早就把什么都想过了，不然又怎么会让我去人界？为这个，我在那边可是找了整整10年。
你是说那个继任者？
这几天都在离火殿待着呢。
That's a lot to digest from the plot, so let's take it bit by bit from what I remember they just mentioned. So we have suffered a wound in a previous game that is not properly healing, so they asked us to go see a doctor in Pyrene Hall. They also mentioned a couple things like the trigrams, which they pointed as the massive structures in the city, basically acting as a big shield for the city against the demonic incursions. We got confirmation that our world is not within the mortal realm, but the spirit realm. And we apparently tasked the, who will dub Omega Mullet, with the task of looking for, quote, the successor. For almost 10 years there, but one has not been found. Forget if touching this now does anything. I might as well just explore. Okay, so it does work.
I'm a ghost.
I'm a ghost, exactly. Like, were it not for the king, we would have been defeated. So now I could go back and explore the boss area if I want to. I'll just do a small look just to see if they've put anything secret here. I don't think I went back last time. So from the standpoint of... Well, that was just rude. I'm gonna do the lock. Oh, there's more targets spawning. How annoying. Oh, time to reheal and build meter. Oh, you come back here. I'm done with you. I like that it gives little warning indicators when they're about to dash. There's like visual cues on screen and off screen, which I think is fair. Don't you run from me. Where did you go? Did you fall off? Oh. I think you're falling off the edge. I'm gonna move away from the edge. There we go. I was gonna say, I should be able to actually hit you, little cheater. Right, chat? I'll slap him for good measure. I guess it doesn't hurt to get more demon shards for later. There will be like a crafting component in this game, because of course. Looking to see. On the mini-map it says there's something down there, but I can't get there. And meanwhile, I like looking at the rest of the terrain. Blue sky. So we only have one moon in this. Oh, 2 moons in the spirit realm. Anyway, I don't see anything immediately in the boss area, so I'm gonna go back. So aside from that, I guess I'll briefly talk about it. I think this game works as a standalone. I have not played GuJian 1 through 2, which is why I was kind of hesitant to pick up the game the first time I went to play it. But it's a pretty standalone story. I think there are occasional references to the other games, mostly in like a card game we'll see later. But in terms of like needing to know the plot, no. We're fine. Yeah, this city is ridiculously huge, by the way. Yeah, you can see, like, I could climb all the way to the top of the trigram area. Just by the way, like, that big structure we saw, I could climb all the way up there. In fact, we have to go there at some point. Uh-oh, they're saying the city outside is dangerous. Oh, little do they know. Yeah, I can't use these yet. Okay. So I can use the main warps, but not the sub-warps yet. Good to know. I don't think I've ever tried to go over this way. I'm sure I'll fall out of bounds and it'll be funny. Oh, no, I didn't die. Almost. Just looking to see if there's any other random conversations we could walk into. Otherwise, we'll proceed with the story. First ancestor of demons was actually mortal. See that? We got plot relevance. Oh, denied. Thou shalt not teleport to the rest of the game. Guard team 3. Love the random conversations we could bump into. Or I spook them when I literally run into them. Okay, nothing hidden there. Okay, let's slowly make our way towards the plot. Were GuJian 1 and 2 ever released in English? So, unfortunately, no. Even to this day, they've still not been retranslated into English, which is a big shame. I check like every once in a while to see if they do. But nope, sadly. So, I'm not sure what made them translate the third game, but I mostly enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy it when we get the team mechanics and stuff like that a whole lot more. And the, what is it, the morale system stuff. I'm looking forward to adding more layers of complexity to the combat. I love it. I love how we can really just keep climbing. As I said before, the scale of these places are just kind of ridiculous. I think I need to go over here for an achievement. So they'll be marked by little mountain icons. And we could do observe the view. So don't worry, chat. We will be climbing everything we see there at some point. But right now I don't need to. I figure I should do this one before we progress too much further in the story. There we go. If chat is curious, yes, I can fall down there. I don't think there's fall damage, but I would lose a lot of time. Like, although, I don't want to jump across that gap, I'm not gonna lie. Certain dominance on these buildings. So our goal is to go over there. So I could see what each of the labels mean, at least, if we have curiosity or concerns about it. Right now, we can't do anything with the trigrams, so there's no point to doing that. Observatories, if I notice them, I'll try to do those. Like right now, I could go back to Amber Reach and double check. There's like a side quest there. Oh, okay, so that, okay. I'm just gonna use the controls again. So I can see, like, the other paths there, which is interesting. If I go back to Amber Reach... Okay, I can't scroll it because I'm not there currently. Okay, I was just curious. Okay, aside from that, let's, I guess just jump down. Oh, it did not like that. Oh, I did take fall damage. I lied. I guess if you fall far enough, you take damage. But it takes a while. That's fine. I needed to jump this way, not the other way. The architects are a big fan of elevation. Absolutely. So yeah, the style of story... think of... It's like... GuJian, where it's like XIN, and I think XHI or something, I think is how it's spelled. Definitely plays all around the concept of like long living beings, so I guess we're kind of taking the role of the quasi-immortal characters at the moment, versus playing as a human. Get to see what life is like in the other world. Oh, you know what? Now I remember taking fall damage. I remember trying to drop down there to see if I could land there. The answer is yes, but it depends on where you drop from. See, this is the thing. I remember coming this way before and never remembering how it wanted me to get to the stairs. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna invent my own path. just trust me. I'll get there eventually. I don't know where it wanted me to walk for that, but I don't think in any playthrough so far have I ever gone the right way to take that ramp.
碧血王请留步。我听应磊说，你受了伤。
伤不必再治了，请晴雪姑娘过来是想问清楚，我大约还有多长时间？
心伤没有愈合。 先前的丹药仍然服用，不再妄动血脉之力，应该可以有2日光景。
多谢你这些年来的援手。
是我该说谢谢。如果没有来到天路城，我大概还在漫无目的的四处漂流。
就此别过。在那之后，晴雪姑娘当可回人界。 完成你的心愿。
Well, that's pretty terrible news to get from a doctor. Oh, we have like this little wound on us. Like right under our little plate there. Like, what's the diagnosis, doctor? If you limit your blood flow, you might live 2 days. Oh. Right, chat? Welcome, Calvisham. That's kind of a... Oh, that sucks. So anyway, we helped her in the past. We said that after we die, which I guess is going to be in 2 days, according to the game, at best, she'll continue onwards to the mortal world.
现在是非常之时，必须夜以继日赶制兵器。
属下明白，别练死。
I'm just looking at some of the environment before we continue the story.
孤卓大哥造的岛茧，果真好。
It's a shame we don't have the little mini warps unlocked. The weaker Fae are relying on us to stay alive. They should make compensation. Yeah, see, this would save some time. These are like little mini warps I think we could take to go between the locations. I'm just double checking that there's... Oh. Denied. Thou shalt not go to plot areas. What kind of creature is that, chat? It's very stylized, so I'm like a little torn on it. It is very interesting looking. Assuming those are... Is that horns from the helmet or horns from the actual creature? Or maybe both. I'm just curious if we get any more conversations bumping into these people. Nope. Thou shalt not go here yet. Okay. We're not gonna worry about that then. Well, for all the talk of playing as immortal beings, we apparently only have 2 days to live, so that'll be fun. Demon Dragon Dog? Yeah, I'm not sure.
听说光明也有魔潮出现，
I do like that most of the townspeople have names. Like, it puts the dialogue in the bottom left. I'm not gonna read every single line. I'm just looking for, like, plot-relevant ones versus fluff. It's kind of interesting. I love the guy that earlier said, "These demon cores must be useful for something." Like, thanks, game. Yes, they will be useful for something, but we don't have that unlocked yet. Yeah, as I said before, it's very... Oh, we get a better look at their tail. Interesting. It's almost more... Instead of like a dog tail, it's more, I guess, reptilian, draconic in nature, I guess. Or if we go off a Tales series, everything's a dragon. just it's either dragon or tree, one of the above. Okay, let's open the door and advance the plot. Oh, yeah, this is the neat area. I like how ominous it is. The music stops, everything is in darkness. I like the lighting coming from the ceiling. Got that open door. What a visual aesthetic this game has, chat. It's a tree dragon, you're right.
看来你还没能决定。
决定什么？留在这个鬼地方。我对你的王位可没兴趣。当初不辞千里要我的命，如今又纠缠不休把我关在这儿。你们辟邪都是这样反复无常吗？
你也是辟邪，我们本是孪生子。
Oh, twins, chat.
在我死后，理应由你继位。
孪生子，这样也能叫兄弟的话，那天底下大概没有比你更莫名的兄长了。过了这么多年，忽然冒出来，对我说你快死了，让我继承什么王位？你以为你的弟弟会欣喜若狂？玄哥大人，我长在人间，我的家人也在那里。天路城只不过是异象。
既然如此，那么就依你昨日所言，比一场。你若赢，来去自由； 你若输，留下继承辟邪王之位，纯以剑招决定胜负。
一言为定。
Well, we showed our twin.
什么玩意儿？你就这样跟我比？
这样才是公平。妖力不仅仅用于战斗中，亦是经年累月锻炼体魄的途径，令辟邪的速度和力量远胜于人。你常年抑恶，若单论体能只比寻常人略强，因此实无必要顾及我的伤势。
少废话，小爷我就是寻常人，用什么妖力？这回不算，等你好了重新比过。
输了便是输了，当断不断，错失良机。若是生死相搏，你连性命都已输掉了。何况再比一场，仍是我赢，原因你当知晓。真有些好奇，这剑术是何人所授？观之凌厉，施与温厚，与你不配。
剑虽是利器，但君子之剑用以强身健体、明理治学，不逞凶凌弱，不好勇斗狠，克己复礼，身在微尘而心如琉璃。
Oh, apparently it's spelled Xianxia. Excuse me, GuJian.
一行气，气随意转，以则为柔，既然不动，现则为刚，剑如疾风。
孩子们都很精神。
气随意转。
自从大前天北洛回来后，一个个就特别上进，我看比你亲自教的时候有认真劲儿。
年轻人在一起更说得上话吗？
既然不动，现则为刚，剑如疾风，以意行气，气随意转。
Now we're flashing back to, I guess, our times at a sword training area, where the instructor, it looks like. Look at us posing. I think we're so cool. Let's talk to these people, then we'll talk about the plot from earlier.
气息过浅，胸腹不开，每日5课后再练1个时辰吐纳。
是，师兄。
Practice breathing for 2 hours, Chad.
前臂太僵，手肘往里收，右手压低半寸。你脚步虚浮，下盘不稳，腿抖什么抖？
师兄饶命，昨天练得太久，我这小腿肚子还在抽筋一样疼。
是啊，师兄，我的手也好酸。
前些时候你们几个趁我不在，老师又好说话，尽是偷懒耍滑，落下功课。现在抱怨个鬼啊！
Chat, your steps are uncertain and your pelvis is unstable.
手再稳一点。
是师兄。
好了，今天的练习到此为止，挨个过来和我比剑，就用老师上个月新传授的那套剑法。我倒要看看你们。
Let's find out how lazy you all have been.
师兄，饶了我们吧。
What a comment.
魏瑶，你第一个。
哦，我，
再啰嗦，等其他人散了，你单独留下。
哎，别，我好好打还不行吗？
So, the character we're playing as just recently lost the duel against his twin. Apparently, the twin had been locked away in that chamber. I don't think the character we're playing as knows the other guy's gonna die in 2 days, because we were just told that news. I'm sure he's gonna be real upset when he finds he can't get another rematch. Slackers, the lot of them, exactly. Well, I guess we'll see if this attitude carries over to when we become king.
你力气那么大，
So there is a block button in this game that I use there. Oh, speaking of which. Guard. Guard stance lets you block enemy attacks and greatly reduces damage you take from enemies in front of you. Press guard at the instant they attack you to trigger a counter. Holding down the defense button consumes stamina and allows you to guard until you release the button. However, once your stamina has been depleted, enemies can penetrate your guard. And adjust which button to use from the settings, go ahead and hold down the guard button. So, there are times that it is useful to guard, but generally speaking, I kind of just like evasion more. Because, like, let's say an enemy's coming towards you and doing a very, like an overhead slice downwards. I would rather just dodge to go behind him and strike him than I would to parry. But I guess if you're feeling really good about the counters, it might be worth it.
专心，未战先怯，谁教你的？
Get some leniency. Take that, student. Well, I can't parry you if you miss. Right, chat? Yeah. What a fool, chat.
手断了，断了。
断了不正好，省得你再偷摘老严家的果子。
哪里是偷？我每回都把钱给他们家闺女的。
哦，那就是醉翁之意不在酒喽。
一定是有人告诉你的。谁呀？大嘴巴。
没谁。昨天严家来找师娘了，瞧着不太高兴。
啊？谢谢师兄和我说，老缠着人家女孩子讲话是不太好吧？哎，你说我让我娘明年开春就上门提亲，严家能答应吗？
这种事情我怎么知道？好了，话说完了，走吧你。
哦。
下一个谁？
请师兄赐教。
魏师兄，你们刚才讲些什么呀？你的脸怎么红红的？
See, just about lock on. I was gonna say, the only time I'll tend to press guard is I might very lightly tap it before I evade, since it doesn't burn as much guard. So sometimes I could get away with the counter. I guess we'll call it an option select. So if I happen to not perfect guard, I won't go into the automatic counter animation. Lock on button. Pressing lock on button allows you to lock your camera onto the target. Special mark will appear. Once you're locked on, you won't be able to freely adjust your camera. You can choose what button uses it. That's fine. I've been using it already. But you can see, like, it's just, you just kind of troll them. Oh, I ran out of stamina. That was awkward. I went to evade behind him and I couldn't. I guess evasion is kind of costly. I guess if I could parry, it would work well. I'm not used to how slow their attacks are. I'm kind of I'm kind of expecting more like that. That's the trick for me. I'm like, how slow are they gonna go? Alright, now I'm just bullying him. He's being mean. Well, you missed me. I went to parry to show it off and he just missed. What a jerk. Why don't you aim your attacks better? Case in point. Okay, that is throwing me off. I mean, if he's gonna whip attacks, I can't parry. Whatever. Just perish. Jerk. Right, Chad? You would think he would at least try to aim it so that it would strike you. I'm getting baited by poor students, apparently.
扔偏了，笨蛋！陆哥哥，有坏人在市集上抓了3宝，他们还有刀，你能帮帮我们吗？
谁那么不长眼？你俩先回去，我马上来。
好，好。师兄是不是
Now that is a headgear the kid is wearing.
带上我们一起吧。
Can you imagine if I put that on the protagonist?
你替我继续和其他人比试。
是。
哼，小气。
哎，这就走了？我做了莲子羹，先喝一碗。
不了，师娘，老黄家找我帮点小忙，我答应大宝他们马上过去。
那行，记得要吃饭，可别饿着肚子。
好的，师娘。
So I do have to be vaguely cognizant of my health since we no longer have the lifesteal. The other character. See if there's anything else I can interact with before I go to the scenic view.
总有一天我要赢过。
You'll defeat your seniors one day and then you'll defeat me. That sounds like a death flag to me, Chad.
师兄，我们一定。
I mean, the person's just known as Junior Fangren Disciple. That does not bode well for them.
师兄，不知道什么时候我才能练到像你一样厉害。
Oh, they think they're gonna be as strong as us one day. We gotta break the news to them. Get a little bit of an idea of the town that we're about to go to. Scenic view. Oh, that reminds me. The game hasn't explained it yet, but I just did it there. So, for people that like to scavenge the overworld, you could cause items that you can interact with to glow by holding in, by default, it's the B button on the Xbox controller. So if you like to look for hidden items and stuff like that, you probably will be spamming this all day long. You'll hear the sound effect if it can find something. You see how it's causing the thing on the ground to glow there since I struck it. Have fun with that. The game is telling us about the inspect button. Don't worry, game. I already tested. You can expect to find nearby living things with spiritual powers. Things will be highlighted glowing for a short time. Remember, research skill can only be used but not in combat. So, we don't need to harvest everything. But it's just nice as you continue the plot to just make small detours and pick up free items. You know what I mean, chat? It's like a little mini game. Like, there's no reason to not pick this up, right? It's right here. Oh. Hello. Hello, goat. So I expect to see a lot of that in the gameplay. Got nothing better to do. Hello, chickens. Oh, I can't jump up there. Shame. I'm curious where it will let me run. Okay. It does let me go pretty far over here. Sadly, nothing of interest. If it's on the main path, I might as well just grab it. Could be useful in the future. Speaking of which, take a look at our character to see where we are. We're level 1. We have different attributes here. I love that it can explain it. Like, I'm holding the Y button or triangle on PlayStation to basically look at things. So, we're apparently very gifted with fire and terrible with water moves. If we have any questions on the stats, we can look at them there. Yeah, so Storm Gale is just a worse version of the other brother's ability. It's 2 slices, but doesn't lifesteal. However, as we eventually get levels, we'll be able to enhance our skills. So if you want to play a more counter-oriented game, you can. If you want to play a character that's all about building high combos and big finishers, you can. If you feel really comfortable with the game, you can customize your playthrough. I think there's things that improve like life gain or like stamina gain as well. So there's definitely a wide range of things we could do as we play. I'm not sure if it exists yet. There is a fishing mini game. It's not great. Yeah, I was gonna say the game is gonna get mad at me. So I think you could look at the water, because I think it's like you literally see the fish swimming around in there, but I don't see it here. Anyway, we might need an item for it, so I'm not gonna be too worried about it. What's all the hubbub at the market? Let's go have a look. I'll go pick that. That's on the main path. This is the before. I don't want to go too far off the main path. I don't mind having some items for the future. I remember last time the game wanted me to go to like the certain cutscene. And I trolled the game by jumping on the buildings, but I'll just go here now.
真不知道老头子哪里不对，不就打伤几个穷鬼，犯得着把我丢到这鸟不拉屎的地方来吗？还让本少爷反省，我呸！
这位贵人，有话慢慢说，您看能不能先把三宝给放了？
放了他？嘿嘿，笑死人了！养个狗还真当儿子一样。告诉你，这小崽子敢把尿撒我裤子上，就是不想活了。正好宰了晚上加菜。
千万别！您这裤子我愿意赔钱。
啥？本少爷像是缺钱的样子。
There we go, chat. What a likable guy. He's just talking about how he got exiled to the village because he, quote, beat some paupers. That's how I refer to the town folk. Right, chat? Oh, we're beating some paupers. Dog. I know, what a nice man. Then he's threatening to eat the dog. That's how you know he's a likable character, chat. Just somebody you could relate to. Don't mind me, just taking my time. I think I could take these. Don't mind me, just stealing from your store. Look at us go, chat. Okay. Oh, that's how it wants me to go there? Okay. Certain objects on the map can be used as stepping stones to reach higher ground. The game tells me as I'm on the higher ground already. I mean, I guess I could go this way. I mean, it wants me to take the other object to jump here, but I'm kind of already there. Right, chat?
Hey, 干什么？你要干什么？我爹是城里的大官，我掉一根汗毛，你全家都别想活了。
别吵，我对你爹没兴趣。你让人把那狗崽子放了，我就把你放了，怎么样？
先放开本少爷，不然宰了那狗。
宰？尽管宰。虽然我是个拔刀相助的路人，但狗毕竟不是自家的，不心疼。倒是你，一条人命换一条狗命，黄泉路上可别后悔啊！
后悔，肯定后悔啊，大哥！哎，快把狗放了！
三宝！
哎呦！我要教训这小子！都上，往死里揍，给我废了他！
The disrespect as we pick up a random stick. Attack warnings. Attack warnings will be displayed around the character you're controlling when enemies using skills. Warnings are shown as arrows pointing in enemy direction. When attack is yellow, it can be defended against. When it's red, it cannot be defended against. Okay, that's fair. Oh, I went to dodge. It was slightly too slow. Damn, he's getting his ass whooped, chat. Oh, I got stabbed. Oh yeah, that was the disrespectful finish. Get out of my face. Right, chat? Countered him.
来，给小爷说说，咱俩到底谁废了谁？
不能乱废。大哥，我听说你们这些本领高强的江湖侠客都是好心肠的，你肯定不会和我一般见识吧？就逗我玩的，会放了我吧？
那你有没有听说过江湖侠客什么的，还懂很多旁门左道？耳朵痒吗？
痒？妈呀，真痒起来了！
南疆蛊虫听过没？现在就住你耳朵里了，乖乖听话，不然说不准它往哪儿钻。
大哥大侠大爷，咱们往日无冤，近日无仇，想要什么你说，我家有的是钱，我
知道你这种纨绔为啥这么讨人厌吗？
啊，不知道。
因为太闲，四体不勤，五谷不分，吃饱了整天祸害别人。没关系，找点事儿做就好了。明天辰时，你带束修到方人馆去，跟着其他人一起学武。3个月后，保准洗心革面，重新做人。
我不去，我
到时候如果像个样子了，就把蛊虫给你取出来。
我去。
吓人！
以后千万别惹师兄。
There we go, Chan. Just casually tell a rich person that we put insects in their ear and that we'll never remove them unless he agrees to tuition at the martial arts academy.
洛哥哥好棒！我就知道洛哥哥最厉害了。
Bei Lao is the best, apparently. Well, I guess we showed him what's up. Yeah, I don't see any points here. So our character has a very stark, almost snarky personality compared to the twin that we were playing as earlier. The other twin's like, oh, I'm gonna die in 2 days. This guy, he's not having it from anybody. I was looking for you. I also see there's a side quest we could do.
晚灯将熄，村子融入翠屏树海，沉入苍茫。
In the sea. Alright, so it looks like we have a side quest we could... Might as well as. So I'd like that we just refuse to arm ourselves and just beat that rich guy down with a, with the random stick on the street. Quests. Scrolling on the map indicate that... Oh, scrolls on the map indicate that a quest can be undertaken there. Yellow refers to main, blue is side. Like the map to view. And it tells you what order they are if you have multiple quests active, which is kind of nice with the numbers. Guess we'll talk to this guy, bump into him. Oh, he doesn't have anything to say to us. If I remember correctly, this is where we get attacked by a very dumb thing. Yes.
出来。
无事祖。
Oh, that's not what I was referring to.
竟敢欺压良民，鱼肉乡里，我今日就要替天行道，还不快快求饶！
There's monkeys in trees, is what I was referring to.
洛哥，你看我这架势怎么样？
不怎么样。街东头那个说书的，又给你讲了什么乱七八糟的故事？
洛哥，你别走嘛！我过些时候就要参加方人馆的入学考试了，你说屈先生能看上我吗？
四毛，你进方人馆，到底是想读书还是想学剑？
当然是学剑了。不过我爹说，屈先生也是很有学问的人，不然他才不同意我去考试呢。
你爹不是商人吗？你不如先问问他， 走南闯北，在大街上能看到几个背剑的？
可是故事里的剑侠都很威风啊。
那只是故事。
我不管，我就要学剑。洛哥，要是我考试不行，你能教我剑术吗？不用是曲先生的那些，就教我一些简单的。
不能。
为什么？你平时不都教那些师弟师妹吗？
不一样。剑术启蒙，我教不了。
怎么就教不了呢？你明明那么厉害。
唉，有这功夫缠我，不如好好准备考试。你自己的名字还写得跟狗爬似的吧？
好吧，我去练字。
Damn the call out.
洛哥，你再想想啊，可不可以教我几招？
If you have time to talk to me, you have time to learn how to write your own name. We don't take disciples, apparently. We looked ominously at our bracelet there. I wonder if in the past we had a disciple. There we go. I love just jumping on random things in these kinds of games. Right, chat? Enemy markers. We find an enemy, bring more will be above their head. Indicating is the end. Okay, so red equals bad, orange is fine. Whenever you spawn an enemy with the red marker, you should probably level up or improve your equipment before challenging it. I love that it's like, even in the tutorial, it's like, red, it's a shadow demon, it's hard, and then monkey. Oh, game. There's certain things you don't forget. Take that, monkey. Surprise attack. Get walloped on. Truly, we are the most brave of swordsmen, doing a brutal sneak attack on a lone monkey. Poor monkey. Oh, that finisher was nasty. He actually just got stun locked to death. Can we talk about that? That was brutal. So by alternating between lights and heavies, I build up enough meter that I can stop them from hitting me or doing anything. Although that guy did strike me because it took too long. So by using skills, I just interrupt the time that they're able to get out of the combo. This game ends up being kind of a rhythm-based thing. Got apple, common bait, deer hops. I think are plants. Yeah, poor monkey. Just got absolutely destroyed with a stick. I just love that they're here. Like, they're not doing anything, but if you want to practice combat... Oh, slightly too slow on the dodge. I did go to parry the monkey. I think it kind of worked. You know, as one does as they leave their village, they just have fights with the monkeys. Although, I guess it's a nice touch that when you beat them, they at least walk away versus you kill them. Common bait. There we go. I think we got some fishing stuff. It is interesting that when you do this, it also lights up the enemies on the minimap I was referring to earlier. I'm glad that we're on par with the monkey. You know, wizened sword instructor versus simian that doesn't know what's happening. Glad we're on the same level there. Truly, we are the bravest and most... the most strong and wise of warriors. I do want to explore around here a little bit more. Okay, so we can't do anything here yet. Okay. Heard like a million things lighting up. This area might be worth gathering some items. We're gonna get an easier way to get these items later in the game. So it's not like super imperative that we get these now. It just might shortcut some stuff later. As long as it's not a big detour, I'm fine with doing a couple of these. We'll need these in abundance for something later. think I gathered everything near the house. Anyway, let's attempt to go inside our home. Which, we could see something is cooked there. I'm looking to see if I can break something. I don't see anything on the bed. But we can clearly see food is waiting for us.
给我出来！
主人，你回来啦！
There we go, chat.
今天有新鲜的蛤蜊和虾，我就做了蛤蜊汤、虾饼。哦，对了，还有香喷喷的排骨。主人，你喜欢吗？
你一只田鼠，学人做什么饭？
不是，我不是田鼠，是妖族里的黄金飞天鼠了。当然了，比不上主人你这么厉害的大妖。
说了我不是妖，别老缠着我。
主人不要赶我走，要是没有你，我早就死了。我可以做很多事的，做饭、洗衣服，还能帮忙打扫房子。
There we go.
味道还行。
Basic stats upgraded for 15 minutes. There we go. The gopher thing, the gold glider. Get the fishing pole, chat. You obtained a fishing rod. Fishing rod is essential for fishing. Better fishing rods enables you to spend less energy when fishing. You obtained fishing bait. Different baits attract different water creatures, so use them wisely. Pick up bait while exploring and from bodies of some enemies. Water creatures can even use this bait themselves. I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. You can do it. It's not really required for anything other than achievements. So if you don't really care about the fishing minigame, that's fine. You don't need this to progress outside of the game encouraging you to do it once. This is, I think, the only time you need to do it. Now start fishing. Get close to a body of water with ripples or shadows of fish, then press the fish button to begin fishing. Bodies of water in different areas contain different water creatures, so be sure to test the different ones out. Yeah, I was looking for those earlier, that's why I was checking. So now that we have the fishing rod, we can see it's there. Fishing rod and bait you're currently using in the top left corner. Follow the hints, press the button to raise your rod when the fish bites. Fish is taking the bait, you will be butting against it. Pressing the button as shown will reel it in with force. To the blue area on the right side, you managed to catch it. Okay, simple enough. Special event. Sometimes when you're fishing, the force upon the fishing line will be too great. You should stop pressing buttons to loosen the line. Fishing line breaks, the fish swims away. Fine. And I got 14. Might as well cast the line. We'll do one fishing thing and then walk away. I don't think the game was ready for me to mash that. I think we're good now. One downside is that because I changed the buttons, I'm going to be opening up the item menu every time I do that. That's all we need to do. Oh, I'm sorry, we need 3. I got trolled. I see the number now. It was very tiny in my defense. Fine. Not a very hard game, at least. Two tails and 2 maces. Like, assuming that's some kind of weight measurement system. As we can see the actual name of the fish on the far left. That one put up more of a fight, I guess. Okay. Now we should be done with it. Go to bed, chat.
主人，你睡了吗？门口的鱼是不是给我的？你明天想吃鱼？
不想吃。旁边箱子里还有些别的东西，一起拿走吧，算是这些天饭菜的回礼。以后别再来了。你想找个大妖跟着，可我不是。
主人。 主人，你看天上，忽然有好多流星，好漂亮！
快闪开！
Oops. Goodbye, house. Oh, hey, the guy that was looking for somebody in the mortal realm.
玄哥大人的亲弟弟是吧？我来接你回天路城。
滚！
看样子，你不会老老实实跟我走。正好，我也想试试你究竟有没有资格站到天路城大阵前。
So now we have like an actually harder boss battle. Yeah, you know he's serious. Look, he doesn't care. Look at him walking at us menacingly. Oh, that didn't interrupt it. That did not interrupt him. That's fine. I ran out of stamina. Out of here. Oh. Yeah, we need more stamina in our build. Or I need to parry more. But unfortunately, when it's red, you can't do it. Not much I could do there, sadly. Come on, build more meter, build more meter. I want stamina back, chat. There we go. We should be able to beat him. I just need more stamina. There we go. There we go. Now we should be good. Get out of here. There we go. Damn, we just got punked by a random ball of light.
哦，差一点，真被击中就没脸回去了。不过按人界的说法，这样也算胜之。
What do you mean if you got hit? I was whooping you, right, Chad? What do you mean?
我小心谨慎点没错。
Oh, boss battle. Yeah, I think against the yellow attacks, I should probably try to guard to use a little less stamina. But it's one of those things where I just have to observe the attacks for a bit. Now we're back to the present.
你有什么资格管我在人界的事？又有什么资格非议我的老师？
不，我感激他。看起来他把你照顾得很好，只是人间和魔域天差地别。
当然不同。那里很多人从生到死，都不需要以命相争，平平淡淡过完一辈子，这样很好。
是很好，但你喜欢吗？ 呼啸天地，纵横四野。以剑为喻，辟邪即为杀伐之剑。你的老师却希望这柄利刃永不出鞘。
哼，你懂什么？自以为是。
许吧。可惜我
Oh, controller, please. Sorry about that.
没有更多时间了。贝洛，愿赌服输。我会让雨林带你去一趟城下回廊，应当对你有所帮助。
轩哥，难道就没有其他王族了？这些安排未免太过可笑。你真以为我能当辟邪王？
如果你觉得不如我，就努力成为我；如果你觉得比我更强，就远远胜过我。弟弟，我把天路城交给你了。
Oh, I guess the gold glider is somewhere here. Obtain Mirage Orb. Curiosity for our equipment. We have a sword called Bloodless. Get from Q Haunting to Beilao, representing the way of a gentleman. Like how it says choose material. And not quite yet. We can't do anything with those materials. We have a black training suit, common training outfit, convenient and comfortable. I don't think we have any other accessories to put on yet. So I guess... Yeah, go back inside. Guess we'll run this way. Yeah, there's not a whole ton I think we could do to modify our stamina early on. So a lot of it is just going to be figuring out, like, yeah, like just tapping the guard there doesn't build a lot of, or doesn't burn a lot of meter. I think the intent is to try to only block yellow attacks versus dodge them, because stamina management will be more important. That's where some of the difficulty of the game comes into play. That's what got me hit a couple times. I just burned out of stamina by dodging too much. So I have to kind of judge in the moment whether I can walk out of the attack or I should do a quick parry.
主人，
There we go, chat.
你怎么在这儿？
我怕那个红毛害你。他凭空撕开一个大口子，要把你带走，我就跟着跳进来了。主人，他们跟我说这里是辟邪城，那你也是传说中的辟邪喽？我就知道你是顶顶厉害的大妖。主人的原型该有多威风啊！嘿，光是想想就激动。
北洛大人，之前多有冒犯了。王上让我带您前去城下的古厝回廊。
冒犯？你这一礼，究竟是对玄哥定下的继任者，还是对我？
大人。
哼，偷袭，我也会。赢不了你，未必杀不了你。
这性格还真是。
主人，你要去哪里？
在城里待着，别到处乱跑。有机会我送你回去。
乖，城下回廊可不是你这种松鼠妖能去的地方。
我哪里像松鼠？
北洛大人，请跟着我。古厝回廊的入口在天路城西面。
那个回廊，里面是些什么？
这个嘛，据说辟邪所镇守的魔域通往外界的巨大通道就在回廊的最下方。不过那里充斥着各种能量，没有特殊情况的话，我们也不会靠近。
不去最下方，
只需要往下几层，有一处地方，使用王上给您的信物就能进去。至于里面有什么，我是真不知道。王上总不会害您的。
那可不一定。
I love now he's running. It's like, listen, I had to deliver the plot. I will say that's kind of like a big thing in games where they accidentally put too much dialogue in, so if you end up running, even in games like Yakuza, for example, it's very easy to just skip dialogue by accident, which is both good and bad, because sometimes you played the game before, but it's probably for the best to not let me skip that dialogue.
蓝象大人，
谢谢您的救命之恩。
滚开！谁让你们出城的？竟然还敢跑到光明野之外！若不是我回城途中遇见，尸骨都已经化成灰了，血统低劣，便该老老实实待着，不要四处惹麻烦。
对不起，我。
Oof. What a great guy calling people low bloods. We're gonna be best friends with him, chat. You can already tell.
刚才那个是蓝夏，脾气暴得很。他有王辟邪的血脉，向来瞧不上平民。我估计他对王位还没死心。
那怎么不干脆给他个大王当当？
北洛大人，哪儿有这么容易？辟邪王要用自身力量维系天路城的防护大阵，血脉不够浓郁、不够强大的话，瞬间就被抽干了，不死也只剩半条命。王族旁支倒是有好几个，包括我和蓝象，但我们可不敢像他这样，心比天高。
So we learn we're a breed of shadow chasers that presumably have some kind of alternate form other than humans. Our bloodline's one of the few that could potentially power the trigrams, and that was Lucian, aka a total jerk. Or Lancian, that was mentioned earlier.
既然魔域没有线索，近期异象的源头或许并不在这边。你辛苦了，且回去休息2日。还有其他事？
听说王上失散多年的胞弟回到了天路城，将要继承辟邪王之位，可他并未完全觉醒妖力。我虽是旁支，但在族中已是战力仅次于王上的战士。为何不能有一个机会手握王剑，运转大阵？
此事你已不是第一回提出，我的答复依然如旧。这不是你能承担的责任。下去吧，
王上，
下去。
That does not bode well for politics. The responsibility is too big for you. This is how the villain arcs start, chat.
我给你拿了一套干净的衣服，现在要换什么？轩哥，
来，霓裳，你会不会怪我？
这可不像我家王上会说的话。200多年，过得好快呀！到现在我还记得，成年猎役结束后，你从城外归来，所有辟邪家道欢呼，你手持王剑，威风凛凛的样子。还有定亲前的那天，你说要带我去看只有那个世界才会出现的红霞，你变回原身，载着我一直飞。结果为了躲避忽然来临的风暴，一路撞进了大魔的领地。你把那些魔打得半死不活，站在一片血海里向我求情，让我嫁给你。哪有谁是这样的？但是你不知道我有多开心。轩哥，你不知道我有多开心。
Don't. I think the cutscene broke there. I'm not gonna lie. I was trying not to laugh, but she did just randomly depose. I don't think that happened last time we played. That's amazing. She's just emulating flying through the sky from the earlier conversation. So anyway, we need to descend to the depths, where apparently not even the long redhead man dares to tread. So we'll see what awaits us here. So, is he actually our official companion yet? Let's see. Or is he another... He might be an... Yeah, he's still an NPC companion. let's continue into the ancient cloister. Which again, as I said before, from a visual standpoint, the variety of places we've been to today are pretty interesting. Oh, right. There's a bow skill that I never use. Right, chat? I kind of forgot this was a thing. So technically, if you just don't want to melee in like casual combat, you could just whip out ye old arrow. Aiming is a requirement to use certain skills. Hold down the aim button to begin aiming. You may adjust which button is used for aiming. By default, it is LS or the left stick to begin aiming. Throwing items, press the attack button while aiming to throw daggers. Throwing daggers do a small amount of damage. Daggers you throw which hit a hard object will bounce. I think we could use this to hit certain objects, like switches, I think. But otherwise, I forgot you could technically just attack with it. Go pew pew! We just want to... There we go. We got the combo going. Get in the loop. So if you're just really low on health and need meter, you just want to absorb what the battle is like. Just throw daggers. It doesn't do much damage, which is why I don't bother with it. Breakable objects. The mark will appear next objects that can be broken. Most of the time it's going to be healing. But we can break it if we want to. Or mana. Wait, interrupted that attack. Nice try, though. Oh, it clipped me with the laser. That's unfortunate. We're building a ton of meter there. Stones. Healing. Yeah, look at this place, chat. Certainly something.
刚才那些也是妖？
他们啊，是被这里的气吸引过来的灵。别看会主动攻击，其实胆子也不大，吓唬吓唬就跑了。
If we look down, we can actually see a majority of the rest of the dungeon. Now, because there are limitations, it won't let us just jump down to the center there, so we gotta go around. I could chase that if I want healing. I might leave it on the way back, or if I want to revisit later. Here we go, chat. Look. Oh, look at him trying. He's trying. Listen. He knows he can't walk to me, but he must reach me somehow. Yeah, look at the dungeon. We're gonna be a little bit, chat. We'll probably take a break once we get to the bottom of this dungeon and deal with whatever is there. Oh. That's interesting. There is an item over there. I guess I could throw something at this. I bounced it off his bullet. Oh no, his mullet's too strong, chat. Look. Nope. That's amazing. 10 out of 10, chat. Never change. The true power of the mullet. Again, I'd just rather melee than use range attacks to start battle. Oh, that stun lock is real. So I'm trying to time it so that when they try to evade, I immediately special skill. And special skills will reset their stun. So that was brutal. So I'm doing something the game expects me to learn eventually, but I'm doing it like right now. So if you're wondering why they're not attacking, I'm doing like light, light, heavy, heavy, special, light, light, heavy, heavy, special equivalency. Just to make sure that they just don't do anything. It doesn't work on every enemy type, but when it works, it saves a lot of time. I'll destroy this. Like there, it tried attacking me, but I interrupted it. You need to be less rude. Ally, you're supposed to keep the other guy off me. Also rude. It can be do things. I want to do things. Okay. I'm getting some casual XP as we go. But as you can see, chat, we're going to be doing some platforming. There's the Hoarder Worm. Catch up with the glowing pale worm. Sure, we can do that side quest. Well, hopefully I don't miss a jump. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of scary doing those jumps. Your momentum is a bit weird at times. Where'd he go? Can I reach that? Okay, I gotta go around. See where it wants to go now. I don't think I want to jump from here. Oh, he blocked me from the jump? What a troll. I went to jump back up here, but he's in my way. What an Omega level troll. That almost killed me. Well, not killed me. I'm gonna take a fall damage. Anyway, I needed to get here since this is gonna rotate us here. He just legitimately was like, nah, you're not gonna do anything. Over here. Some items. I know, I bounced off of him. That could have been so bad. Like, thanks, quote-unquote ally. Oh. So, one thing that happened there, just for clarity, when I was putting away my sword, it delayed my jumping animation. That messed me up, actually, pretty heavily. That's unfortunate. Because I did this, and he was trying to put it away, so he acted a bit weird for me. It's fine, though. Let's see if we could catch a ride. Which is now harder because I've activated this, but it is what it is. There we go. Did you see that momentum? I was going straight horizontal instead of in front of us. Holy. 1 second, chat. Interrupted his attack there, which is good. Do a heavy attack finisher. Where you see me do like a lot of spins like that, that's the heavy attack finisher. Dodge the attack. Ooh, didn't interrupt him there. That's what'll happen if I don't do a special. It's fine. I mean, there's no targets to lock on. Don't lie to me. Nope. Okay, so we still kept our meter roughly there. Did I level? Can't tell. Well, maybe I could tell here. I feel like my health restored. Okay, I did level. We just don't have an explanation for levels yet. And I was like, wait a minute, I shouldn't be at full health after a fight. I wish. It would be ultra easy then. So let's go this way. There's a thing I'm gonna go to. There's a lot of things I could break, I guess. I really want the healing, I could get it, but that's fine. That'll be more for if I miss platforms. The game is at least semi-generous with the healing at the moment. Oh, I bumped into the orb. That's so sad. Yeah, there's actually quite a lot of targets hitting me. There. Ouch. Okay, let's loop some basic combos. Nope. I'm gonna deny that attack. That's kind of the nice thing, is like, once you have a little more experience with the game, you can kind of learn visually what attack they're doing and just interrupt it. You don't need to wait for the indicators. I could get this health. Our other ally, Yulin, is basically invincible right now. Okay, always make sure I end the fight with a little bit of meter, in case I need to interrupt something immediately. Otherwise, we need to make our way over here for the side quests, so I might as well as... No pressure, just if I fall, it wastes a lot of time. Over here. Here we go, chat. I can't believe this is all rendered. I still can't get over this. So just like, okay. We are actually going through this entire location. Now, where are you going? Alright, so you ended up over there. Which we'll get to by looping around. Okay. They're showing us where the items are. And in case I'm injured, I could get healing. Not bad. Unfortunately, I'm not at the part where I think I'm gonna get injured. Ooh, it did that thing where it ate a jump briefly. That was scary. I had to double tap that. Oh, there we go. That jump makes me so nervous. It looks like I shouldn't be able to land there. I don't have like a ton of leniency.
据说有空间通路的地方，氢气和浊气交汇，有时候会产生混沌。通路太巨大的话，无论怎样，混沌之气都能散溢出来。再说，他们待着也没什么危害，我们辟邪总不能欺负弱小吧？
Ooh, there we go. Sure, let's destroy these. I think that's just healing over there. Whenever you see it glowing like that, it's usually either the equivalency of magic or healing. I don't really need either. That's fine. Continue our descent. So our goal is to go over there somehow. I don't see anything that would immediately get there, but maybe one of the, like kind of where my head is currently, maybe that'll float up to the other platform. Keep that in mind as we go through. Do I care about that healing? Not really. So at least if you are injured from... Yeah, see, as I said before, it's going to be very generous with healing. It's like, listen, I understand you're doing platforming for the first time. Have some fun with that. The question is, I'm assuming this one has to move, so let me jump on it. There we go. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, there's no way. There's no way it expects me to make whatever jump that is if that doesn't move. Okay, so I think if I break that wall, that'll line me up with the worm we saw earlier. Speaking of precarious, that looks like something that is scary to jump on while it's rotating. Wait a little bit for it to be higher here. There we go. I presume the optional path is over here somewhere. And walk by the worm, right? Like, I can't see it at the moment, but it could just be... Oh, there it is. Okay. It's like I... Oh my god. Okay. We got really lucky. We got really lucky. I should have fallen for sure there. I definitely missed my jump. Okay, so this will hopefully go upwards. It is. Okay, good. Optional path. Achievement made. Timid pale worm. Completed quest. Water worm. I just got some rough stones. Take this rock to go skip to the rest of the dungeon. We're rotating on the precarious block. Oh, all that just for more loot? Okay. I mean, that's a lot of items at least. Also, I should probably not miss my ride. Okay, there we go. I mean, I guess I could take fall damage and expedite it, because nothing really stops me. other ride has left us. Made a little bit here, make a little jump. Get bonked on the rock, get absolutely trolled. But you know what, that's fine. I made an attempt, chat. An attempt was made. That was the important thing. So I'm assuming that thing is gonna come over to us, maybe. Otherwise, I don't see how I can make this. Oh, unless this moves. The bonk is real. It's like, it was slightly higher up than I realized. I want to move with this. It's actually rotating, which will knock me off, by the way. Yeah, you can see me starting to slide off. Evil platforming. Oh, get hit by the orbs. These things need to go. Yeah, things will be a lot cleaner once we start getting more skills, which we'll be able to unlock more or less, I think, right after we complete this dungeon. We're basically looking to enhance our fate powers. That way we can power the trigram. But there's something in here we've been told to go see. We'll understand at some point what that means. So it's nice that the little urns under the enemies also heal you a little bit. The game realizes it's like, yeah, players are still early in. There we go. No, mullet guy, you're blocking our throwing daggers. I guess if I really just want to combo it from here, Rally does okay damage. His mullet also likes deflecting the daggers, though. I don't like where that enemy is, so I'm gonna let the enemy move a little bit. Right, Chad? I'm just like, I kind of don't want to fight near the edge. Do you blame me? I'm like, no. No, I don't really want to deal with that. Mullet guy, come on. Mullet guy, stop running off the ledge. I mean, I guess this works. Oh, mullet guy, you don't understand how physics work. Oh, there was a gap in the floor there. That sucked. Right, Chad? I thought that just led to the next step, but nope, gotcha. Damn, I got perspective, did. Right, Chad? That was mean. That honestly looked like another step. I guess I'll jump in between if I'm not sure. There's healing if I need it. Guess I'll get some. Alright, Chuck, give me 1 second. There we go. If I don't have to fight these, I think this is a fight I'd rather just skip, to be honest. We'll just move on.
北洛大人，应该快到了，信物只有1份，等下我就不能陪您进去了。
Okay, since we're the only one with the keepsake.
里面要是有什么乱七八糟的玩意儿，带我出来第一个砍了你。
The game is letting us know it's not going to handhold us once we go through.
我觉得吧，王上这么安排肯定有他的道理。
Will work. Where's the cleanest jump? Maybe straight ahead? Ooh. Every time, chat, the nerves. Yeah, at least it's nice you could skip encounters. I don't mind fighting a little bit because, you know, you get shards and at least want to add them to the monster entries. Yeah. There's certain fights like that, I'm like, yeah, maybe when we have more skills, that way I could kill things quicker. Or have things that increase our damage based off of combo multipliers and stuff like that. Then I'll be more willing to take those fights. Yulan has left the party. Oops, wrong button for enter. Do you wish to enter? I heard something. Is it just healing that's near us? Also something over here. Well, this might be how we get back up. No, I'm not gonna worry about that. We're gonna go on a magical journey later. Let's not worry about that. Sure, let's enter. Hello, Mirage. Oh, don't step on me. Rude. Failed the luck on target. Oh, wow, that shreds your defense. That kind of sucks. Note to self, even though that was blockable, that ate our meter. I can see he built a blue meter at least. So I'm just gonna walk away from that attack then. Rather than evade. If I need to, I can guard briefly. So I can at least see his super meter to get an idea of when he's gonna do the other attack. Okay. There he is. Oh! Did a different attack. Right, chat? Hello there. We're adapting. Unfortunately, getting hit by that AoE really sucks. Since that let us get a ton of damage due to just being out of meter. Okay. Oh, I expected the third strike. Note to self, it's 3 strikes when he goes to do it. Oh, this is annoying. We might have to restart this fight. Just due to taking that early damage. Like, that attack is not hard to dodge, but I also didn't realize it would just eat all of our guard. Just walk out of range a bit. It's not hard to deal with. Okay. I mean, if it does this attack, this is at least pretty free. Now that we know guarding just sucks. Unless countering actually helps you get out of that, I'm not sure. Okay, so now we have more health than he does. So as long as he doesn't do anything too crazy, I think he's gonna do the shadow teleports. So I can see the shadow coming towards us. Question is, when do I time the dodge? Like right here? Right here. There we go. That's not too bad. See that, chat? Learning has occurred. So we know as long as we're on the opposite side of the arena, I don't need to worry about this attack. I wonder if I could throw stuff at him. Oh. But like, is there an actual use for the daggers in boss battles? Oh well. Goodbye, boss. We adapted. Yeah, honestly, we just basically I'll get hit by the first time I see a move, and then after that it stabilizes a bit. So we had it figured out by the end.
果然是装神弄鬼.
Yeah, I like, by the way, the Mirage Orb that he gave us is the thing that always killed us. Our twin's kind of a jerk. If you're wondering why that happened, he put that in our pocket when we first started the cutscene here. We're not cutscene here, but when we regain control in the present with this character, we got the Mirage Orb at that point. What a big old troll, chat. Nothing to gather. Let's proceed through the environment.
你不是玄哥，长得很像。你是他的兄弟。
我是我，你又是谁？
我叫云无月，玄哥没有告诉过你吗？倘若有谁手持圣珠进入了白梦泽，我便要依照当初和他的约定，跟在对方身边一段时日。
这话怎么说？
玄哥让我帮持对方，我见你妖力微弱，想必是得保护你吧。
哼，原来如此，他可真有意思。我来这里只是想看看，这家伙到底在搞什么鬼，不是想找个尾巴。帮助也好，保护也罢，都别忙活了。我北洛要做什么，但凭自己，何必旁人多事？
我已经应允了玄哥。
你们之间的约定，关我什么事？
确实，我和玄哥的约定与你无关。你若是不喜欢看见我，便当我不存在。
Secret in the woods. Well, question. Nope. Okay, I'm just curious. Well, perhaps she'll protect us until we get better fate powers, aka pretty much the level up system. I at least want to get to the level up system of the game. We're pretty close. Like, we've gained levels, but we haven't been able to assign any points yet. Yeah, a while is a little vague there. So hopefully, now that we're gonna help her leave this area, she'll be our guardian until we're ready. Let's proceed to leave. So, I guess based off of the earlier comments, does chat have any idea what they think our true form is? At least from earlier, we can fly. That was said earlier from the king to the queen. The queen was talking about how they eloped into the pie in the demon skies during a storm. Here, we don't have anything else to do.
您总算出来了，进去那么久，我正担心着。
过了多久？
得有1天1夜还多吧。
Oof, it took a day and a night just for that conversation. Controller, please. I gotta get it checked later.
回去，我有事找玄哥。
Well, that doesn't sound good if we want to talk to the king again. Right, chat? They said at most he had 2 days to live, and it's already been a day and a night. It's not great.
北洛大人，那里面究竟有什么东西？
一个女的。
谁呀？那她现在在哪里？长得好看不？哎，不对呀，天路城怎么会有我不知道的女子？你，我是说，怎么会有我不知道的女子在古错回廊里？
Damn, we just dot him. He's like, what did you find there? A woman? Is she pretty? Wait, that can't be right. I know all the women in Skyhawk, and we just dot him so hard. What is this thing? Oh, I kind of remember. We can't do anything with this yet, right? Yeah, I don't think we can. Maybe the game will teach us how to deal with that soon. Oh, or not, apparently. I believe we can open those. They're like little rifts where we basically can teleport to that location. What I recall later in the game. We will need to access certain things later. I am so shocked I made that jump. Be real with you. I thought I missed again. Anyway, let's continue out of here. I'm gonna jump each time because I no longer trust these stairs. I think it got me even in my first playthrough. I just walked off like a big dum-dum. And no point to fighting these enemies. Go ahead and leave. Unless I really just want to build meter before I leave. That's fine. Don't worry about that. Let's go to Sky Elk.
北洛大人，您这是？
轩哥出事了。
什么？
怎么回事？轩哥的身体到底？
权长，丧钟，皇上他，
我之前见他，根本不像会突然。
皇上，自从10年前被始祖魔所伤，就一直以药物压抑伤势，所以他衰弱得十分缓慢。可一旦爆发，是啊。他连小伤都已经不能自愈了，有妖力护身的成年辟邪，原本不会这样。殷世君，我以为您早就离开了天路城。
这钟声，每次听都令人不快。
There you go, she got called the Eclipser. Rip the King, the death knell tolls. One day later.
一直往上走。
Follow Nissa, who I think is the name of the queen.
风谷，我们来看你了，给你带了新鲜的好酒。
Mind me, just gonna pass you. Right, Chad? Bye. Yes, follow you to the top. Yes, that's what we're doing. Right, Chad? Bye. Let's we look at her briefly. I guess she's in her morning outfit because she's wearing all black. Wearing white earlier. take the shortcuts, chat. There we go. Cut the inside corner on that one.
是王妃。王妃，皇上，您。
这是北洛，玄哥的弟弟，辟邪族的新王。
北洛大人吗？您和玄哥大人长得好像。可是，隔壁的小圆和小珍也是兄弟，他们就不这么像。
不一样的，玄哥和北洛是孪生兄弟。
哦，我们在那个石龛前放了花，是给玄哥大人的。
好孩子。
以后，北洛大人也会带着我们一起战斗吗？把进犯光明野的那些魔通通打倒。北洛大人，这些送给你，是我平时搜集的。大人，
你就收下吧。
谢谢。
霓裳大人，北洛大人，再见。
I think I need to replace the batteries on the controller. I think that's part of the reason we've been having some issues. So, I like how we say those were ... immediately get tutorialed. So now, we can finally upgrade weapons. Do I want to do it right now? Probably not. Enhancing weapons. Spirit crystals contain spiritual powers and are very valuable as they can be used to enhance weapons. Press the equipment button in the assistance menu to enter the equipment menu where you can enhance your weapons. Thank you, child tutorials.
父母死在战场上，你知道，辟邪死后通常不会留下尸骨。我们只在这条山道上立了些石龛，供亲友祭拜。
Interesting. Apparently, when the shadow chasers die, they don't leave behind a corpse. That's why they're doing all the stacks of rocks. And the children's are apparently orphans. Oh, hold on. Right, chat. Just take it with the moment of levity it deserves. Yeah, beat the queen. There we go. Assert dominance and walking speed. We're good. Yeah, we still can't do anything with those warps. The game tells us we can do something. I can't jump if chat is curious, or run, or search. I think she sensed that was just too fast for her.
按照玄哥的遗愿，再往上，就请你独自前去吧。
那样的孩子也要上战场吗？
现在还不会，至少还有30年。辟邪64载成年，在列仪中证明自己的实力后，便可投身战斗。
以辟邪之强，天底下哪里不能生存？为什么要待在这个地方？
虽然不是所有的魔都觊觎巨型的空间通道，但魔域实在太广大了，哪怕只有1/1000的魔族经由此处进入天地人3界，也会引发清浊失衡、空间紊乱，后果不可预估。如神族这样的强者，自然有应对之法，但更多的妖族、兽族、人族，恐怕要遭遇大难。这些，玄哥应当多少与你提过。数千年前，辟邪选择在此建城，立志看守通路，维系此间平衡。既然定下了目标，便会世世代代为此坚守。辟邪很强，但在魔域也有数不尽的强大的敌人。苍天之下，黄土之上，凡我妖族，死生莫能幸免。生于此间，必定要战。
So there you go. Beneath the heaven, above the earth. We are destined to protect the balance between the planes by stopping the demons, causing a disruptance in the spirit realm. Like her comment where she's like, surely he must have told you this basic information, but it's fine. We appreciated having not played the other games. So apparently the gods are real, and they'll handle any invasion into heaven. But we have to protect the human. Oh, I absolutely want some ambergrass. I think that's our first healing item sign on our list. Maybe Deer Hop is minor healing. Ambergrass is like super healing, so there's definitely no reason for me to not grab that. Right now, that's like the equivalency of the Final Fantasy elixir, because we have like, what, 600-ish health? That heals 1,000. That's kind of important to pick up. Also, chat. Big body. Look at that. See the fingers. Like a mane we're looking at? Assuming this is more the head of the creature. Let's go investigate. Controller, please.
听说你让我给你守灵，死都死了，还有什么意义？结果直到最后，当年的事仍然半句也没提，没有解释，没有自辩。你这个哥哥真是……
Goodbye, former king.
怎么？我轩哥。
Uh-oh, chat. The mist is interrupting us. Looks like we have been potentially tricked to absorb the former king. By the former king. Well, I think chat can understand why I was exploring the city a little bit before this point. I remember this. Like them smacking into the barriers. Some of them breaking through. There we go. Constellations. You can set up your constellations. Press the constellation button to check the constellation menu. Like how that didn't really help explain anything. Here it is. So, what this means is we have a big ol' skill tree. So there's a lot of different ways we could go through here. We can also revert our skill points. There's no penalty for it. So technically we could gear up for any particular area. I guess the things we need to kind of figure out is... Yeah, so we have one that's just like, if we can reach this, we do 20% more damage with every normal attack, which is okay. So we have some things that are locked. Your combo strike reaches multiples of 30. You can use armor-piercing attacks. Enemies hit by the second phase of such an attack increase damage they sustain by 5%. Okay, some of those actually seem kind of interesting. But these appear locked, interestingly, without any conditions there. When hitting an enemy, plus 1% damage bonus, lasts for 10 seconds, stackable for up to 100%. Eagle Hunt might be interesting to get. We could also get King's fire. Use your weapon with Chaser, increasing critical damage by 20%. Assassinate, lunge forward, inflicting sword bursts, which deals metal damage. I don't think damage type matters at the moment. So there's no reason to not take something. I think I went for Eagle Hunt when I first played. I guess we could just take whatever for now. So I could undo some moves. Okay, so we did unlock another skill by default. So we have the Desperation skill. Consume more morale when it reaches maximum. Trigger the Shadow Chaser ability inside. Inflict multiple hits on nearby enemies. This was like the Omega Nuke. Promethean says, I never played this game. This constellation reminds me of Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn probably stole it from here. Maybe. I'm not sure when games came out. But anyway, all these are based off the creatures that we turn into, so I have no reason to get rid of this. I guess it's more of a question, do any of these seem useful? Effect when hitting an enemy, add a small amount of energy. I guess we could try this. I don't think I did this last time. So again, if we mess something up, we can always revert it. There's not really a big pressure. The only thing I need to make sure is that for our team menu, we have our skill equipped. Oh, it auto-assigned it. Perfect. The question about the other menus before we go further. Yeah, we picked up some apples earlier when we murdered the monkeys. Stamina recovery up is actually kind of huge. I might take that in a boss battle. Deer Hop is 200 health, so that's a pretty solid heal. Oh, also, Ambergrass heals the whole team, which is not relevant at the moment, but it will be in the future. So we have some basic upgrades if we really need them. I don't think we need to at the moment. Yeah, we have some generic crafting materials. There we go, morale skill attained. Using skills generates morale. When your morale pool is full, you may use it. Basically, this is the I win, everything dies button, where we want to build that meter for boss battles before we go to boss battles. But we could probably show it off once or twice. Also, take that standard path. I'll do what I want here. Like the other people actually in active combat versus these enemies. No, no attack for you. Goodbye. Get stun locked, idiot. So I'd like that you could kind of help the NPCs as we get further and further down. Probably assist them in some manner. Nope. I almost interrupted his attack without using meter. So close. Nope. I basically just want to be at max morale for later. If I need to heal, I need to heal, but I'm gonna dodge that. Yeah, our allies are getting frozen there. There's our finisher move we just unlocked earlier. As long as I have a little bit of energy and not literally zero, I think we should be fine. Got some demon shards for later. Still don't think I can interact with that, sadly. Hope you're doing well, Promethean. Oops, I was about to look at the sky to see what the demons were doing.
去乾坤镇术。
等等，用特殊的法子，令玄哥的尸身不至于很快消散。真正的目的，并不是让我替他守灵吧？
对，是为了让你得到他残留下来的妖力。
为什么？而且，从别处吸取妖力的法术我根本不会，我不该会。
这些，都是遵照他的遗愿。所以，玄哥已经完全不在了，对吗？走吧。
And now it looks like we have the queen in our party. We finally see the team member stuff. I think it takes a while before we can. Okay, we can't see her stuff still. Yeah, we gotta make our way basically up to the spire that we saw earlier. So I guess we can at least complete this portion of the game. We'll take a break once we're done with the rather ominous landing of demons.
玄哥过世，王剑归位，另一个其中的光还能支撑你的时代。魔族倾斜不容继续，这个人大，还是要维持不变。
接下来怎么做？
等到了乾坤定数，一定竭尽所能，将妖力注入王剑天路，换来这场继续。
Controller, please. Anyway, I win button.
我知道，你还没有完全觉醒，如今却只能尽力一试。
She has some healing magic on cooldown. That's good to know. Don't need to worry about anything for a little bit. Ambergrass is a good pickup, actually. We'll need it for when we're out of kind of the tutorial area. Just being able to heal team members will be huge later. Anything I need to worry about here? Leopard just like warping in front of me. I think she's offended that I was out walking her earlier. We're gonna make our way to the trigrams. They were mentioning before a guardian sword is needed to initiate things. I think they're looking for us now that the king has died. The demons are now invading. So we could see eventually we need to go up there. Let's go south first. We'll take the number order. I don't think I technically need to help these characters, but we will. Sword crystals for upgrades might not be too bad. Like the giant shadow coming towards us. So the town's doing well. We were here for a day and a half and everything died. Anyway. We could just declare the combat is over, chat. Listen. I remember how strong this thing was when I first played the game, and I was like, oh, I think I understand what to do now. I think it gives us some iframes as well. You definitely can't be hit out of it. I don't know if you actually take damage during it. Most things will just get hit out of their skills. So it's kind of alluding that some skills can break them out of their super armor. Like there's the two stages of super armor. There's white and then there's glowing red. But when they go in that other color, I think the burst will interrupt that. It's kind of nice. Oh, that's such a good heavy attack finisher. Oh, it's like one strike from killing him. Punished for not upgrading our weapon, chat. Out of there. It so far has not told us about the tutorial for debuffs, so I think we're doing fine, at least in that regard. I say as I run out of stamina. I almost got hit there. Yeah, that attack right there I'm looking for. Maybe it's one light attack into all heavies. Yeah, that's a solid one. We'll do basically square, triple triangle. Do that combo a bit more. I'll let those peasants fend for themselves. Or excuse me, low bloods. I think that what the other guy mentioned them as. There we go. That is much more damaging than the other combo I was using. Poor enemies. Oh, he barely struck me as I hit him. We traded blows. How unfortunate. Hello? Oh, I went to dodge, and I realized I couldn't dodge. I bumped into my ally. They count as solid objects. Good to know for the future, at least. Because I went to double dodge, and I'm like, why didn't I move? Right, Chad? I'm like, that's a little concerning to me. Was there like one enemy left? Ever? The note to self can be risky to dodge if allies are swarming you like that. Looks like I leveled up. Go ahead and, I guess, assign a constellation point. Right now everything is kind of level blocked for us, so I'm not in a big worry or concern with it. I guess we could just have Assassinate, just to show off more skills. We'll rearrange it as we get higher levels. Ah, this is the path I wanted me to take with the ramps. As I said before, I almost never go this way correctly. Last time we were on that path, like up on that building. We dropped down to proceed last time. Although I say that, I'm still on the wrong level. I have to go up. So I did need to go to the one I went to earlier. Oof. Oh well. It is what it is, I guess. Well, since I went this way, I might as well just do number 2 instead of number 1. Whatever. The one time I kind of go the right way, it's wrong. I'll take out my annoyance on the enemies. So it's giving me a lot of healing items for when we're outside the tutorial, so that's kind of the game. As I said before, I don't plan on doing a lot of, we'll call this Seek, I think it was called, or Inspect, to find lootables. For the most part, it doesn't really matter. We're pretty far from the next destination. Will you stop that? Or at least teleport us to where the next area is. She's such a show-off, chat. He's like, oh, are you trying to outrun me? Oh, it's gonna teleport in front of you. She's gonna do it again. Yeah, I knew you would. Love you can see the enemies descending in. You can see some of the stuff in the background for future fights if I want to fight them. Perfect. Didn't need another meter for him. Do single. Yeah, that attack is really strong. Him built a lot of morale. Oh, I got hit by that finally. Although funny enough, because I got hit outside of the beginning area, it didn't tell us about debuffs. That's fine. Basically, you shake like mad to get out of Frozen. And funny enough, the only reason I got hit by that is because our ally triggered it. What a troll. Ally's getting me hit. It only does that attack if it's been hit enough times. Whip Crystal. Well, as chat will probably guess, that is for the companion, the Eclipser we got earlier. Achievement made. Demon Invasion. Alright, so I think we helped everybody. Let's proceed to go to the palace. Or more accurately, I think we're going to... Yeah, we are going to the palace so we can reach the trigrams. At this point, we're just having a nice leisurely journey through the town that is getting absolutely wrecked by demons. Oh, it is what it is. We have a long walk to go. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Enjoying the demon invasion, of course. They're being invaded by Twitch chat, essentially. Game has been synchronized. Yeah, it wanted me to end here so that it would have been closer to the other one, but since I went the wrong way, it didn't really matter at that point which one I did first.
要小心，近日里许多下等魔发生了异变，实力比以往增强不少。
既然是下等，应当不难对付。
单打独斗自然不值一提，但下等魔少有独自行动，若是进攻，必然成群结队，数量极多。 辟邪以一当百，亦是常事。而那些更厉害的魔，则会在暗处观望，伺机而动。
Oh, wasn't expecting that to reach me. Assassinate's kind of lame. It's just like a single swipe. So she's basically warning us that lesser demons are easy. Potentially one Shadow Chaser could kill hundreds. She's more worried about the ones that observe in the shadow, waiting for the right time to strike. AKA, we're gonna set up a boss for you later. Right, chat? You can call it what it is. You know it's gonna be the boss. So we might as well just continue onwards. So we have to... I mean, I guess with the king dead...
那个方向是此有方。
你去吧，我自己往上。
Yeah, the game is like, okay, you had enough with the tutorial character helping you out. So it's time for her to leave. Time to learn how to play the game.
殷时君，我和他一起，你不必分心，务必小心。
The while is over. Very true. So now I think she is formally joined. Yes. So I will probably... Oh, I don't have anything she could go here. Okay. So she has some basic passives. I guess I could do... I don't really care about her reducing damage. I'd rather her just heal herself if she happens to get seriously injured. So now, we check out our equipment. Should be able to upgrade her while we're not in combat. You see she has the Moonlight Dress and the Stoic. So I believe the Whip Crystals will upgrade it once we're out of combat. So now her health bar kind of matters. She's likely to take some damage as we fight. Sadly, though, I don't have my Assassinate skill, or my Morale skill ready. You, kill you, melee you, trick you into attacking me like a big dummy. Got him. Yeah, she's just kind of whipping him. Get out of here. Well, if we had this skill where our combo count equals damage, it would be absolutely insane right now. Goodbye. I leveled up, which is convenient. Let's actually improve equipment while we're here then, for a second. We'll use a couple sword crystals, do a little extra damage. The other one's there for now. Sushiro is a level 2 weapon, so that's going to take forever to level. Let's not worry about that then. Anyway, slightly increasing our damage might mean that I could get away without using a special. I basically just want to be conserving as much morale and meter as we go. At this point, the only way I can heal is leveling or items. The game is like, I hope you've been collecting some stuff as you got here. With that damage upgrade, I am building meter after every encounter, so that's useful. We're demon smacking into the barrier. Okay, so by the time I get to that middle there, I need to have the morale bar. Ouch. Although at this point, it's okay to blow it. Oh, I didn't have it. I pressed it thinking I had it. I think we could regain it while we go up there. We're going to be in several fights. Even if we don't have it, it doesn't really matter. Well, speaking of which... should be able to give her abilities now as well. So which she has access to. Inbound, stat ups. Whip hit, use Conjure Whip to inflict heavy damage. Ooh, she has the ability to freeze targets. Okay, so eventually I think I'm going to teach her Hailstorm. But since we can't get there yet, let's make her learn Snowhide. So now we can force her to freeze enemies, so we have like another way to interrupt combos from enemies, which is nice. Go ahead and go back to the team menu. Yes. So basically, this is just another way to interrupt attacks. I think because this is a freeze, it has stronger override over their super armor. So now I could just do it like every other battle, probably just shut down enemies and build more meter. So I don't know what button it assigned it to by default, but let's learn. How did it say D-pad? I'll check after this. I don't want to deal with that. You deal with that combo attack. I think those attacks are blockable, because they're glowing yellow. I still prefer to just not have to deal with it. The question, I assigned it, but I didn't see it here, is because I need to assign it here? Maybe she does it automatically, I'm not sure. That we'll figure out over time. One more thing, sorry for pausing it. There is, it's in system settings. I just want to make sure I was using the right buttons to fish for the team attack. Oh, it's pack skills. Okay, maybe, okay. So I should, oh, you know what it is? Maybe I just used the arrows directly. I was using, left trigger plus that, so maybe that's why I didn't activate. So I should have on-demand freeze. So I'll just hit the D-pad without pressing any buttons when I get the chance. And you can see, like, the protagonist had the ability to do more damage when targets are frozen. So there is some synergy, at least, depending on what route we go. Uh-oh.
蓝星大人，这样太危险了。如此下去，大阵必将崩溃。
可是您
Lancian thinking he's the pro tag, chat. It never ends well.
Wang Jian，不，还是不行。
先把大人送走。
Well, rip all those soldiers, right, chat? Nope. Nice try, demon. No hero sword for you. It's just Lancian. Nobody misses him. Right, Chad? He's allegedly the second strongest warrior after the ex-king. We don't need him. There we go. I used it that time. So it was just D-pad. Nice AoE damage. I'll dodge out of there, build some meter. Our morale gauge is partially filled. That's not too bad. I'm gonna see if I can avoid healing and just naturally level up. I've been skipping a few fights, so if the game thinks we're slightly under level by fighting these harder things, it might just force us to heal right before the boss, ideally. If not, it's okay. We've been picking up at least a few healing items here and there, plus a few forced ones from doing the other encounters. The game really wanted to make sure you had some healing for the other portions. Oh, hello, back attack. Uh-oh, chat. Well, we briefly had the Eclipser. Goodbye, Eclipser. Now must continue to the fight on your own. Can I just help her here? Oh, it won't let me. Okay. Gonna say. Well, you're on your own for the boss fight. In which case... yeah, let's get stamina recovery up and a little bit of health. Put fate power to the Guardian Sword. Listen to the whispers in the shadow. I'm sure they want nothing but good things for us. Hello there. So that I can block. Oh, I was not expecting that lunge. I'd be real with you. Okay. It has delays in the attack, which makes it a little harder to predict. Now I think I need to dodge. I'm gonna double dodge that. I was low on stamina. That sucks. Now I should be able to build to meter. That's kind of the downside. If I can't hit the boss, I don't build meter. Oh, annoying. There we go. This will let me build meter. It goes safety heal. Stamina. You're the worst. There we go. I jumped the attack. I think I would have been fine without the other ability. I didn't need to heal, but we'll take the safety heal. It's more that lunge attack that does insane damage. Everything else was pretty easy about the fight. We'll take that, though. Yeah, that charge was like a third of her health. So getting hit twice there kind of sucks. Oh, hello. Right, chat? Why hello there, boss? Hi. Need to rebuild some stamina. Alright, that's a lot of stamina we regained. I think it's healing itself. I would have healed in between had I realized there was another phase. Oops. Build a lot of meter here. Dodge that. That I have to dodge. So when it shows the red indicator, I have to dodge. That I can block. So that time I countered it. So that's what it wants you to do with good timing. So it is just healing itself repeatedly, which is kind of annoying. We're out of there. If I don't hit it immediately, it punishes. But I can jump that other attack, which is nice. I feel like the game gives you multiple ways to deal with attacks. But now that I understand its pattern, until it did that, but I think that was a forced loss. That's fine. We don't care about forced losses. Oh, controller, please. You're killing me right now.
给我闭嘴！闭嘴！
后来你被人族收养，过了许久才真正开智，就决定 要把自己的天性封印起来，当个人。怎么会有这样傻的辟邪？当人有什么意思？王辟邪的力量可是好东西，穿梭天地，往来无拘。不如我们合作吧。
滚！
别急着拒绝我，反正你也怨恨辟邪族，难道不想看见他们遭报应？天路城失去了王，又正值群魔有变，你只要帮我拔出眼前那柄剑，这儿就失手了。到时候众魔降临，留在魔域也好，去人界逍遥也好，我都奉你为主，如何？去，把剑给我拔出来。快，没什么好犹豫的。来，交给我，把它交给我。对，拿过来，放到我的手上。
你给我仔细听着，我和辟邪的仇怨是我们之间的事，要报仇要血恨，都轮不到旁人废话。
Doesn't need anybody's nonsense,
你算
Chad.
个什么东西，也配窥视我的想法？弱小，知不知道？我就喜欢把你这种自以为是的强者踩在脚下。
我要杀了你！杀了你！杀了你！
Oh, damn, we're showing the confidence there. Oh, well, game. I was getting oriented. There we go. This time, boss battle for real. Did parry that. Oh, this is even easier than the other fate. Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting another me. You got me on that one. Let's kill other me. Yeah, we're gonna say no whatever he was trying to do there, chat. Alright, that fight was much easier than the other ones. Learning to deal with this charge was a good tutorial. Except for the real boss fight, we just kind of stomped them. Minus that cheap shot I got in with the other character. There you go, chat. Plunge the sword in. Oh, it's a shield and it zaps the stuff inside. I like it. That must just suck being the demon. You just get shot into war, splat on a wall. That was your contribution to the wall. To the war, excuse me. But also to the wall, I guess.
你醒了。
大阵，
别担心，已经没事了。你且歇着，既然能这么快醒过来，应该是无碍了。只不过之前消耗过大，得休养几日。
我想见倪生。
那我去找他，正好也把你醒来的消息告诉他们，大家都很担心你呢。
Well, I think we could potentially pause here for now. We got the big plot out of the way for now. Let's do a quick save. Everything should be in sync, so I should just be able to leave now. Oh, unless it won't let me save because maybe it won't. Okay, let's at least walk outside, then we'll conclude. If there's anything in here I can take. So overall, what did we learn? Well, I still have that habit of I want to dodge versus block. So I gotta break that as we go through the game a little bit. I did at least parry the boss once, so it's not like I can't do it. It's just one of those things where it's like it's kind of scary to just say like I'm just gonna choose not to just dodge out of the way and just do that little flick. So we'll work on it a little bit. But I'm happy that I got counters on most of the bosses, just not like a whole ton of them. I definitely look forward to when we get additional passives and other skills like that. But such is the way of life when you have a skill tree. The more exciting stuff comes later. So we plunged the sword in. That would drain people half to death. So presumably that took us out for at least a day. Let's witness the kingdom that we saved. The little boy's got an eye patch.
您还记得我吗？
记得。你的眼睛怎么了？
被魔族弄伤的，不过晴雪大人已经帮我治好了，就是还不太能见光，得遮一下。北洛大人，这回我也杀了一只魔呢，是不是很厉害？
行了吧，你到大人面前炫耀什么？大人可是杀死了一只高阶心魔。
这当然不能比，我就说说嘛。
Yay, child soldiers!
你很厉害了。
Apparently they come of age at 64 from the earlier conversation.
真的吗？
走了，不要一直打扰大人。
哦，好。北洛大人再见。
Okay, so it says the game is saved. Except new quests, take a walk. We'll explore a little bit, I think, next time. This feels like a natural breakpoint. I would have liked to have saved earlier there, but I think we're fine. The way the game works, I'm just going to briefly show. When we potentially go to load the game, we have our save points, like the autosaves. But if we ever miss something and we want to go back to specific points in the story, we could go ahead and warp back to those particular acts, which I think is kind of interesting. So it'll be your character at that level of wherever you were. So at the start of every major story arc, it will let us go back. Which is kind of how I play Yakuza, which I find kind of funny. Where I like to save every chapter even if I don't go back, so... If you end up missing a side quest, technically, at least it should be pretty easy to go back to, without needing to be super paranoid about things. Now, we haven't beaten the game yet, so we haven't unlocked challenge mode. We'll take a little bit of a look at that once we beat the game once more. I think otherwise, let's chat. So controller issues aside, I think it went mostly fine. I still don't like to guard. I mean, we saw the thing that scarred me really heavily from using guard last time, which was the demon, the Mirage demon in the bottom of the... I was about to say Ancient Bellows, but that's not quite it. but within the forest at the bottom floor where we needed the talisman to go through. There are some attacks that they list as guardable, but you really don't want to guard them. So like, while it's technically true you can block the multi-hit moves, it's generally not good to do so. So I'm going to be feeling out what attacks feel like single strikes. We've seen some variations from the enemies where it looks like they can do 1, 2, or 3 strikes. And if we can identify when they're going to do those single strikes, it potentially is a big punish. So those are the things we have to keep in mind. We also saw that in combat, I did just walk out of the range of some of the attacks. So sometimes I just have to kind of gauge whether or not sprinting is good enough versus a dodge. So I'll be playing a bit more with that, I think, in the next session. So it is kind of an interesting balance of keeping the stamina meter high and also trying to land big combos so that your stamina goes up. So I would say, unlike other games where swinging takes stamina, stamina is only dedicated, in case it wasn't clear, to the dodges and the blocks. So nothing stops me from doing a full combo. I don't have to worry about draining out, like potentially something like Dark Souls. So I kind of like that flow a little better. And in fact, if I know how to extend the combos by adding skills right as we saw the enemy's blue bar fill up to max, we could stop them from doing their skill, at least for a little bit, and give us another precious second or two of stamina, which might result in another dodge, as we saw a couple times. I basically drained the meter all the way out, but because I have those longer combos, it is helping me get some stamina back for those kinds of moments. So as I said before, we'll feel things out. The worst thing that happens is we use a couple heal items as we go through the game. But I think overall the difficulty of the game is about where it should be. Like, we were starting to get out of the tutorial towards the end of the session, and you can see the bosses do a lot of damage. I think Chad would agree. Like, getting killed in like 4 or 5 hits is not... It's not the most lenient of things, and we can see some attacks do a lot of damage, especially the ones that you can't block. So it's definitely important to kind of pick up the patterns relatively quickly. So I think for now, you know, it's one of those things where I think it's the right difficulty for me. It's not too hard. Obviously, the tutorial where healed you a lot is a lot easier. But I think now that we're getting more options, I'm okay with the game ramping up the difficulty a little bit. So, like, for example, when the boss is about to do its grounded shadow move, I canceled the boss's grounded shadow move where it glowed red with super armor, which, again, very good visual indicators in the game so far. You know, I can take those kinds of risks to just do the power blast through it, or I can purposely save all my meter for a big strike because it costs 2 energy, but it does massive damage, so it might end the battle faster. Or if I need, like, those interrupts, in particular against the grunts, you'll see me do a lot of the quick strikes there. So I like that there's at least some reasons to use different abilities. It's not just like, oh, this is the best 1 energy skill ever. And in fact, hopefully as we unlock some more basic skills, we'll probably switch back to using some... Not Assassinate, it's the whatever the one is at the top in the Constellation that does damage based off a number of hits. We definitely need like a finisher in our list of moves, and I think it's definitely useful as we go through to kind of give our other characters more, I guess, defensive abilities so they survive a bit longer, and or team skills. So for now, we'll leave Eclipser with, like, the ability to freeze targets, which we saw was pretty strong. I mean, that was, like, what, a 4 or 6 second freeze? Somewhere in there, like 4.5 to, like, 5.5 second freeze, more accurately. Like, that was a long time. I basically got almost an entire string of attacks out before they unfroze, which also means that I can potentially use that to interrupt their skills. So I like that the game has, like, enough layers, even this early in the game, that we have things we could do to kind of optimize our combos. We have things that reward us if the enemy's already stunned. We have more damaging combos, but they don't build as much meter necessarily. So, you know, there's like some options to kind of weigh and feel out as we go through the game. So hopefully chat's been enjoying it so far. So far, in terms of visuals, the game has held up still very, very well. Hopefully that came through in the recording as well as Twitch. But yeah, not every location in the game, but at least every location so far has been pretty memorable in design. I would say maybe Skyelk is a bit more generic in a sense, that you could... I think somebody called it like an MMORPG town in our first playthrough. But from the standpoint of like scalability and verticality, we're seeing a lot of things that don't get played with as often in these kinds of RPGs, where there tends to be a lot of flat surfaces and maybe like a little bit of a hill. But already in the first major dungeon of the game, outside of the tutorial land, we're literally descending without any load screens that entire dungeon. We had like the rotating physics platforms and stuff like that. So already I think the locations, even if they aren't the most complex in terms of pathing, at least visually are very striking throughout the game. And I like that kind of difference between looking at like the human settlement versus Sky Elk versus, you know, other locations of the spirit realm. And we'll pretty much see that throughout the game itself, where there's just kind of an interesting mix of, you know, background details and character design in general. So yeah, it's one of those things where even though this game has come out more than 5 or 6 years ago, I still argue that this is still better looking than almost anything around that time, and even games that are more recent by AAA developers, let alone this studio. So I think they did a very commendable job there. And yeah, hopefully they decide to release more games like this in the future. I didn't see anything last time I checked, sadly. But maybe there is stuff not related to the series that have been coming out. So I'll let chat know if I have any updates there. But for now, I think that's all I really want to update there. So far, it's about as strong as I remember it. I will say the only weak points so far in the first session, and we'll see it a little bit throughout, some of the translation's a little awkward. It's not that it's unreadable. There might be like very small grammar mistakes every once in a while. Like the one that stands out to me from what was in the dialogue was when we were talking to the royal kid, and we said the only thing you're good for is making trouble. There's just some of the phrases sound a little weird, and it just kinds of things like that, but not too much in terms of at least there's nothing in here that's just like word salad. Like, we generally understand it, and sometimes it's a bit stiff and formal, but to some extent I think that is how some of the characters talk anyway. So we'll go through and see how things go there. But anyway, chat, I think that's all for now. So let's go ahead and say goodbye to YouTube. So if you did watch to this point in the video or the VOD, I'd like to say thank you for watching, and hope to see you again next time.